Oh, come on. Don't tell me I don't have a camera here. Give me a second. Can you guys hear me and just not see me? Yep, that's the issue. All right, I'm going to cancel this one and start a new one. For some reason, my camera's not connected, and I have no idea why. Hold on a second. Totally not what I wanted to do. Damn. Oh well. Better late than never. All right, welcome everyone. This is an unusual midday video for me, so Richard Barr is now juxtaposer. I'm going to take that as being significant in some way, but I'm not sure how. All right. Time to light up a bowl here. On a beautiful Thursday. We'll do a little burley flake. If I can need to mount it back here somewhere. Whole wheat, yeah. So as of 2 days ago, I ordered it, and it should be here tomorrow. I ordered 2 individual pounds. One was the Oriental, and the other one was I never actually heard it before. It was like a Maryland, Virginia. It didn't even say Virginia Burley. It just said Maryland 603. It was just a number. But I'm excited. I'm going to assume that out of a pound of whole leaf, I don't know, maybe 80% of it is actual leaf. The rest is stems that can't really smoke. Yeah. But we'll see. In the same way that for those who like cigars, most people know not to smoke a robusto in hot weather. So in the same vein, I would say dark tobaccos also maybe not a good fit for a hot day. Although it's not crazy hot out right now, so this is still it's unusually potent for the temperature. 609, yeah. I'm not sure you can snuff stems, but I could be wrong. Looks like I'm in a Gothic European village from the backdrop here. Probably the prettiest background I've had so far. Not that my own patio is not pretty. Cloud, oh my God, it's like a time machine. It's been years, brother. What's good right now is the fact I'm smoking some robust stuff now. Just ordered 2 pounds of whole leaf tobacco that should be here tomorrow. One was Oriental, one was Turkish rather, and one was, as Juxta told me, is Maryland 609. I have not ordered whole leaf in 4 or 5 years. I only did it once, and it was burley, incredibly strong. There's an old video about that where I gave some samples out, and it kicked everyone's butt. After I got used to it for a while, the whole leaf burley was actually very smokable, but like you had to jazz yourself up just to before you lit it up. It was some potent stuff, and I think I got it from the same company, holytobaccies.com. Pretty cheap, $20 a pound. Again, that's including stems and whatnot. $20 a pound compared to today's prices. Again, we'll see on what the ROI is. But Eli, welcome. Enjoying some St. James Flake. Gonna enjoy some 1792. That's some pretty strong stuff. I've had 1792. Dark, very dark. Yeah, I hope you're well too, Eli. I was just in Tennessee twice in the last month, actually. I drove to Knoxville. I should have done a quick video in Knoxville, but I went to downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. Like, I haven't been there in like 5-6 years, just to see how it's changed, see if anything's different. I didn't stay that long. I only stayed in Knoxville for an hour, and then I hightailed it out of Knoxville and went to Johnson City, which sounds like a really not a great place because of like a generic name, but Johnson City is actually a very cool town. This is all on the eastern side of Tennessee. I agree there, juxtaposer. Well, I'm going to smoke the Maryland straight as well, but I'll also use it as mixer. I always and only regarded Maryland leaf as filler, rare in blends. I've never heard of it, guys. Like, McLeod, can you think of any pipe tobacco tin that actually says Maryland on it? I've never seen Maryland in a description on the back of any of these tins from all manufacturers. So maybe I'm behind, apparently. Oh, it is. Oh, shoot. Burley. I didn't know that. As long as it's light, then I won't really care. Off the top of my head, and so to bed is the only one I can recall. That sounds like a made-up tobacco. If you blend it yourself, that doesn't count as a real answer. As long as it's mild, yeah, I'll be happy. I'll be a happy camper. Hopefully that chirping dog in the background is edited out. Esoterica and so to bed. And it says the word Maryland on the back of the tin. That would be surprising. Where I'm at now is an old historic village in North Carolina of a small community that kind of founded the city. It's kind of interesting. Not quite like Amish, but I'll call it Amish light. I think the Moravians were. I can handle the nick. It's the retrohale that really wakes you up. I could see this being a decent breakfast blend if and only if you were really tired. Turin, this sounds familiar. Alessandro, I think you've been on a live stream at least once before. I'm assuming. I could be wrong. There's something about Turin that seems familiar. Actually, kind of looks like an Italian village. Cobblestone. Tourists. one of the undiscovered gems of the cities that I discovered in my summer road trips has been, it's a place that people don't vacation. It's a place that people don't talk about, but I think it has some hidden potential, and that is the capital city of South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. Went there a couple weeks ago. I always go at least once a year, and it's surprisingly nice, I think. You never have to worry about any tourists because nobody nobody visits it on purpose. One could say the same thing about Indianapolis, but there's a shroud here. I'm not sure what that means. It sounds kind of witchy, actually. Yeah, I think my top three most underrated kind of summer vacation road trip cities would be Columbia, South Carolina, Roanoke, Virginia. Doesn't get a lot of publicity or fanfare, but I think it's an incredible small mountain town. And I would put Johnson City, Tennessee as a distant third. I think it's impressive, but I could see how others might not think it's anything too special. But I haven't been to Gatlinburg in over a decade. Every time I think about going, I just look at pictures and it looks like a miniature Disney World with baby strollers everywhere. And so I didn't want to risk going to Gatlinburg. I could have swore Jesus was more of a sweater wearer, but a shroud, I could see him wearing a shroud. His fashion taste changed over time. TP, Gatlinburg has. Oh, I didn't see you earlier, TP. Welcome. TP or Gatlinburg has a great pipe shop. I've seen people have done videos from Gatlinburg. I remember that minister from Alabama, professor somebody. He did a video from Gatlinburg many years ago. I forget that guy's name. Jeremiah, Professor Jeremiah, something like that. I kind of equate Gatlinburg with Dollywood. I think they're within like a half hour of each other. I'm really not sure what the difference is. One has roller coasters and the other one doesn't, I guess. Let me find the link to my whole leaf tobacco here. Kentucky. Okay, so I was wrong. There's the link to the Maryland tobacco that I ordered, whole leaf style. But I never read this, but right on the page it says Burley. I completely missed it. No, I'm sorry. The description here says Maryland 609 is a thinner leaf tobacco with considerably less impact in its raw condition than Burley, making it. That's a long-winded sentence. That's why I didn't pick it up. That's kind of sneaky. I just found out today that I missed Prime Day, apparently. I had no idea. I thought that was in May. I had no idea. It was a random day in. Oh wait, is today still Prime Day? Wait a second. I just checked the news today and all these records on Prime Day, and I got no notification. And I've been on Amazon every day this week. So unless there must be a huge banner at the top that I just completely missed. To be honest, though, I'm not sure how much Prime Day matters unless you're buying very specific high-end items. Like, I don't know. Anybody get any crazy deals on Prime Day? I always think it would be for something I wouldn't want anyway. Unless it's all the cool stuff that I always wanted. Let's see. TVs, AirPods, Apple Watch, a bunch of gaming stuff, an air fryer. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have gotten anything anyway. I could have bought another scooter, but that would not be a sane purchase. But right now, I have about 1,000 miles on my first e-scooter and about 300 on my second, both of which are the 9 baht max variety. Best investment I made in the last several years. Almost bought an electric bike. Glad I didn't. The scooters are, for my purposes, the scooters are 10 times more usable on a daily basis. Yeah. I already have an air fryer, so I don't actually need a second one. I have thought about roasting my own coffee beans, but that looks like a very intensive process. And the benefit could be it could go wrong. I guess I'll put it that way. But I like the idea of it. I think your entire house would then smell like coffee beans, and that'd be good for like an hour. And then it'd get old really fast. Oh, the most heavily used items in my kitchen are definitely the air fryer, the Ninja blender, and that's it. I would say those two. Strangely enough, a scale, a kitchen scale. So I measure everything now. So for certain recipes, the weight really matters. I'm almost bilingual in the metric system and the standard system when it comes to grams and ounces. Like I've started to memorize conversions in my head. So the three biggest hobbies this year are actually very weird and unlike anything I've done before. So fermenting vegetables, which is a crazy process that I had no idea how to do. So not using vinegar, but just fermenting vegetables at room temperature. Lactose fermentation is technically what it's called. Um, Trying to grow wildflowers and failing horribly at it. I think I'm at 1% yield on every wildflower seed that I've planted. Less than 1% have come up. So I don't know if I call that a hobby. That's just a frustration. A hobby is something you're at least a little bit successful at. And wildflowers are my kryptonite apparently. And what was the last one? Something else. I was trying to conquer something else. Now I forget. Improving my jump roping game, I guess. As far as I know, the tobacco plant's a pretty needy plant. I'm not sure how pretty it would be either. I have enough time keeping my own plants alive. Like, caring for a tobacco plant would seem like a lot of responsibility. I don't even have a cat, let alone a backy farm to tend to. I think that's the hierarchy of responsibility. Cat first, single tobacco plant, small tobacco garden. All right, boys, I think I'm going to call this a short one. I wanted to test out the notifications. I tried to put a trailer on this video. I don't think that worked. But I will see you next time. Hit the bell notification icon because apparently that really does matter. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.